In the small village of Millfield, a dark presence lurked in the shadows. The villagers whispered of a devilish creature that preyed on their children, snatching them away in the dead of night and leaving behind a trail of blood and gore. They called him the Millfield Devil, and he was said to be the spawn of Satan himself. The village had been plagued by the devil's reign of terror for years, but no one had ever been able to catch him. Parents kept their children locked inside at night, and the local authorities posted guards around the clock. But the devil always found a way to slip through their grasp. One night, a group of young boys were out playing in the fields when the devil struck. He appeared out of nowhere, his eyes glowing red in the darkness. The boys screamed and tried to run, but the devil was too quick. He snatched them up one by one, tearing into their flesh with his razor-sharp claws. By the time the villagers found the boys' mutilated bodies, it was too late. The devil had already vanished into the night, leaving behind only the stench of death and the echoes of the boys' screams. The villagers were beside themselves with grief and terror. They knew that they couldn't keep living in fear of the devil's next attack. So they turned to the only person they believed could help them, the village witch. The witch was feared and reviled by the villagers, but they knew that she had the power to conjure up spells and incantations that could defeat the devil. They begged her to use her magic to protect them from the devil's wrath. The witch agreed, but she warned the villagers that her magic came with a price. She needed a sacrifice to complete the spell, and it had to be a pure soul, a child who had not yet been tainted by the devil's evil. The villagers were hesitant, but they knew that they had no other choice. They selected a young girl named Emily, who had never even seen the devil's face, and brought her to the witch's lair. The witch chanted her spells, invoking the power of the spirits to defeat the devil. But as she finished the incantation, the villagers heard Emily's blood-curdling screams. They rushed inside, only to find the witch holding a bloody knife and grinning from ear to ear. The devil had been defeated, the witch proclaimed, but at a terrible cost. Emily's sacrifice had sealed the devil's fate, but it had also unleashed a new horror upon the village, a horror far more terrifying than anything they had ever faced before. From that day on, the villagers lived in constant fear, never knowing when the next horror would strike. They knew that the devil may have been defeated, but they had unleashed a new evil upon themselves, an evil that would haunt their dreams and claim their children for years to come.